Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Kayla, and today in this video we are going to be getting into my hygiene routine, y'all. Let's get into it. Okay, ain't no time to be wasted. And yes, my nails look absolutely insane. I need to go do them. I will be doing them after I finish filming this video. Okay, so I really want to talk about the things that can cause body odor before I actually get into my hygiene routine. I think it's important to lay that foundation. So I wrote out 12 things that can cause body odor. I got my notes right here. Um, and honestly, like, let's keep it candid, let's keep it real. Sometimes body odor is not someone's fault. So first one up is medications. Certain medications can give people a medicinal kind of smell. They can kind of mess with your body chemistry and things like that, especially like birth control or something. So that's one thing that can cause body odor, unfortunately, and there may not be much someone could do about that, because you have to take your medication. It is what it is. Two, not drinking enough water. Ooh, this is a big one, y'all, because I don't know about y'all, but out of all the people that I've ever met in my life who said that they don't like drinking water, like they don't like the taste, don't smell that great. They smell very odorous. And the reason why is because you need to filter your body. Water is a filter. Water is supposed to hydrate you and quench you, okay? And if you're not drinking enough water, your body is just gonna stink. And of course, improper diet, like too much sugars and things like that. I do have a sweet tooth. I have a really bad sweet tooth, but I try to balance this out with drinking a lot of water, taking my vitamins. What else? Fruits and veggies is really important, but also some vegetables can cause odor as well, like asparagus, I think, like broccoli, so things like with that like sulfury kind of smell can cause body odor, like asparagus makes your pee stink. But those things can cause it. So if you're trying to, go out, have a hot date or something like that, stay away from the asparagus, child. So number 3, cooking food in an environment that is unventilated. I think this is a really big one that a lot of people miss. And I have some really terrible experiences with this issue, right? So like I remember one time I was in high school and I left my blazer downstairs. It's like a 2-story house in my family home, and I left my blazer downstairs. My mom had made fish that night. The next day, and of course, you become nose blind to these things. So, I pick up my jacket as normal, didn't really smell anything on it, get to school, and I start smelling fish. And then other people start asking, what is that smell? It smells like fish in here. And I'm like, oh my God, that's me. I smell like freaking like a fish market. So it's really important. It's really important that if you're cooking with a lot of spice, and we love seasoning, baby, we love spices, we love garlic powder, all of that. But you gotta make sure that you ventilate. You gotta ventilate when you cook. Open your windows, light a candle. If you have a fan above your oven, use that. And most importantly, you can cover your furniture, take it an extra step, cover your furniture, close your room doors, make sure that your clothes are put away so that that odor doesn't get into your stuff. Next up, we have skin conditions, medical conditions. I guess that ties into number 1. But especially with certain skin conditions, they can possibly cause odor, right? It's just, it is what it is. And like I said, sometimes you can't do much about that, but making sure that you keep your skin clean. And what I like to do is carry a hygiene kit. I don't really have any skin conditions. I have a little bit of like vitiligo, but that doesn't cause odor or anything like that. But yeah, let's go on to number 5. Not washing your clothes and bedding properly. I don't care if you took a 2-hour shower. If you're getting into a stinky bed, you're gonna wake up stinky because all that bacteria, all that odor is getting back onto your body, okay? And that bacteria is multiplying, baby. Don't let it multiply. Don't let it multiply. What else? Okay, 6. Off balance pH. Okay, that can be another issue. Yeast infections, BV, other things can cause, an off balance pH. Um, you know, putting your underwear on right after you get out the shower. I don't know people who do that, but that's crazy. Like, you need to make sure that downstairs is nice and dry before you, put on your underwear, because that's a big thing. Moisture in dark places, that allows fungus, bacteria, all that stuff to grow. So you need to make sure that you are taking care of that. And we're gonna get into, I know y'all see the setup right over here. We're gonna get into all the products that Tide deals with all these things. Next up, 7, period and hormones. Okay, so and I guess that ties into number 6 with the off balance pH, because your period does kind of mess up with your pH balance. So making sure, like I said before, hygiene kit, making sure that you have a hygiene kit when you are on your period, your meds, making sure that you're changing your pads, tampons, baby, because we don't got no time for that. Number 8, smoking cigarettes, weed, that stuff. I don't care what anybody says. You can spray as much perfume as you want, whatever. Like, you can walk outside, air yourself out. You're still gonna smell like cigarettes if you smoke. It just is what it is. 9, sweat. So sweat doesn't necessarily doesn't have an odor, but like I said before, damp, dark places, like, under your arms, your inner thighs, right? Where the sun's not shining, your feet, right? Moisture, dark, damp places, like, it just doesn't, it don't mix. So you need to make sure that you are drinking enough water. Also making sure that you are washing those areas properly. I'm a sweater. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I am a sweater. I honestly think that I have hyperhidrosis. But my sweat is mostly caused when I'm really anxious, really nervous. So I have to make sure that I have the necessary essentials with me to kind of control my sweating, and making sure I keep fresh. So if you need to freshen up throughout the day, there's no shame in that. It just is what it is. And it's better to be aware of that and do something about it than to just go throughout your day stinking and sweating, right? So that sweat, damp, dark places, causes bacteria to grow and form, right? And deodorant can only do so much. So you gotta make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. And then number 10, outside. Like when you were little and you went outside and you ran around, played manhunt with your friends and everything like that, and then you come back inside and your parents like, you smell like outside. Like, outside has a smell, and I hate the smell of outside. I don't like it, especially if, like, like if you live in a city. I live in New York. That outside smell, it's like grass. It's like, pollution. I don't know, child. It's just, I don't like that smell. I mean, technically, you really can't avoid that if you're going out, but I try, like, if I'm really supposed to be going out on a date or something like that, like, child, I'm not taking the train or anything like that. I'm gonna take an Uber or something, drive, whatever, to avoid that outside smell. But then again, you know, if you have that outside smell, you can smell it, whatever like that when you come indoors. Again, hygiene kit, freshen up. And eventually it goes away. It's just like really in your clothes, really. And then 11. Now, this may surprise some people, but allergies, right? Especially with post-nasal drip. So I have really severe allergies. I'm allergic to fragrances, pollen, dust, cats, dogs. I'm sure I'm probably allergic to some other things too. I just, whatever. I don't even know, child. But when you have that post-nasal drip from allergies or sinus infections, that does cause phlegm to like drip down the back of your throat, like thicker. So it's causing bacteria to grow as well back there. So for me, a part of my hygiene routine, and I'll, you know, get into more of the products that I have here, I make sure that I take my allergy medication before I go outside. Okay. And I also make sure, like I said before, drinking enough water to loosen, I know this sounds gross, but like to loosen that phlegm and stuff like that, to clear it out. Make sure I'm gargling, gum, all that good stuff. Because I researched this. Y'all. Postnasal drip. It can cause like mouth odor, bad breath. And I did mention stress sweating before, so 12, stress sweating. I feel like stress sweat is just more pungent. I don't know what it is. I don't know. You know, you're sweating more profusely because, you know, your adrenaline is up and all those things like that. Cortisol levels, blah, blah, blah. But stress sweat is much different than like your regular everyday normal sweat. Because your body's trying to like air itself out. You're trying, you know, like it's just well, not me airing myself out, but yes. So those are the 12 things. I'm sure there are more things that could probably cause body odor, but I think I covered up a pretty good basis. So let's get into these products. Okay, so let's, I guess, start with oral care. So I picked this up. This is the TheraBreath dentist formulated fresh breath oil rinse, right? And it eliminates bad breath for up to 12 hours. Baby, I'm like, this is almost done. Like, this is my second bottle in like, like a month or two. Like, I love this stuff. I think I honestly like it better than Listerine. It doesn't have that burning sensation. And yes, I know when, you know, we have this in our mind psychologically that, you know, when you have that burning sensation that is doing its job, that is cleaning, but that's not necessarily true. And actually it can really damage like your mouth tissue. I don't know, it's like your gums, like your inside of your mouth. Like, I don't like that. I still use Listerine here and there. It just is what it is. But this stuff works, baby. Like, honestly, I feel like it works longer than 12 hours. I don't get morning breath. Like, I'm telling y'all, this stuff works. And it's like, I think like $10. It's worth every bit of the $10. I don't care. I'm a fan. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And you gotta follow the directions. So you're supposed to swish it around in your mouth for like 60 seconds. And then you're supposed to, actually, let me read. Yeah. Gargle with a capful for 30 seconds to clean your throat. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you're supposed to rinse it in your mouth for 1 minute. And then you are supposed to gargle with another capful for 30 seconds to clean your throat. That goes back to the post-nasal drip, baby, okay? You got to make sure you are gargling because, yes, you brush your teeth, you scrub your tongue, you scrape your tongue, whatever, But the bottom line is that a lot of people forget that step of gargling. Gargling is so important because people hold bacteria back there. And then also, I've never experienced this, but there's this thing called like tonsil stones or something like that. It's basically like food particles and whatnot that gets formed into like these little calculus I can't talk today, y'all. But it forms these like little stones in the back of people's throat. Some people have like pockets in the back of their throat. So it's important, like if you get those out, gargle baby to help rinse that out. On to the next thing. Let's see. What do I guess I can start with like my body wash routine. So this has changed over time, but I'm trying to get back to basics. I'm going old school with it with my Ivory. So I have the bar soap and I have the body wash. The body wash has a little bit more fragrance in it. And like I said before, guys, I do have a fragrance allergy. It makes my nose itch, eyes water, throat sore, all that, postnasal drip, inflammation, all of that. So I do like fragrances and I do wear fragrances, but I do try to limit it in the shower because being enclosed in like a really steamy, hot environment and you're breathing in all that fragrances really does irritate my nose and my eyes. So, oh, and I'm sorry guys, this is so dirty. This is hair dye. This is hair dye on the bottle, but whatever, we're gonna keep on rocking. So I love this. I use this first. Of course, you gotta have yourself a washcloth. Let me put this down over here. Get you a washcloth, honey. And I do not like super expensive washcloths, okay? Actually, I don't like expensive washcloths at all. I don't like those fluffy things that do nothing. You gotta get yourself a nice $1 to $2 washcloth from Dollar Tree, I don't know, Target, Walmart, the real scratchy ones. That's really gonna get in there and do this job, okay? That's really gonna help exfoliate, clean off all that dead skin on your body and whatnot. So I go in with the Ivory bar soap first, lather it up on my washcloth, rinse it all down. I like to really just soak in the water first though. Really get my skin nice and wet, open my pores up, making sure water is hitting every part of my body before I go in with my rag and my soap. So I love a rag. I also love the exfoliating, what are they, like the nets? The nets, and I'll put like a picture up somewhere around here of what I'm talking about, but those nets are really good for scrubbing your body and cleaning your body down too. They give a great lather. So I use that mainly right now because my allergies have really been bothering me. But I do like to use this at night. Olay retinol, and this smells retinol. I just love the smell of this. I love the smell of this. It smells so good. I should not have done that, but I absolutely love this. And this doesn't really bother me. And I have a couple of other body washes that I do like that don't mess with my allergies. I can't really use like that Bath and Body Works stuff. It just doesn't vibe with me. It dries out your skin, and it's just, the scents are just too strong in the shower for me. So I like to go with some nice mellow scents. So after I use my Ivory bar soap, my Ivory body wash, I like to go in with this. This is what I've been using. This scent is not super strong. It's the Hydration and Sea Kelp hyaluronic acid scrub and body wash. I like going in with this, and this smells really good. It's not too strong. I tried to use the rose scented one and I could not get through it. It just did not smell good to me. That rose scent was just too strong. So that is like my basic shower routine. Um, I'll make a video on like a full one, like a really long, like hour hour shower, but that's just my basic, like kind of every morning kind of routine do. And then I like to go in with this Nivea cocoa butter, and baby, this smells good. It smells good. It smells so nice, so fresh. It's not too overpowering. Sometimes I also like to use an unscented lotion if I'm wearing a perfume. But this is what I mainly go in with right now. It's very moisturizing. And it just smells really light, really good. Airy. Like you have like, I like that airy kind of clean, just fresh smell. So that's the shower part, really. For my face, I really do like to exfoliate. So I like to use the Bliss Clear Genius Clarifying Cleanser. Not every single day because this is very strong face wash. So sometimes I'll go, well, majority of the time I will go in with the Simply face wash. But I have a love affair with the Drunken Elephant um, face wash. Oh, I love that stuff. So good. And then another favorite of mine is Tatcha. The Tatcha, I think it's like the Pearl cleanser, something like that. I'll put a picture up here so y'all know what I'm talking about. But I absolutely love those face washes. They're so nice. But they low expensive, honey. They low expensive. But those are my two like favorite like luxury face washes, and they do the job beautifully. Um, let's see what we have next. Glycolic acid, 7% toning solution under my arms. I have not used this on my face yet, but I heard that this is great for controlling body odor. So I didn't really look up the science behind this, but I'm guessing it has something to do with pH balance or like controlling bacteria, right? So this works. This works, y'all. Works really well. So I'll take like a cotton ball or like a little makeup sponge, pour some onto this, dab, dab, dab underneath the arms, let them dry, and then I'll go in with my deodorant. So I was using this. So I feel like this is a fake deodorant, and let me tell you why. So I got this from Amazon because I had purchased a small version of it, like, you know, the travel size, and I really liked how it worked with my body chemistry. So I decided to just get a bulk order of it from Amazon, but I think this is fake because one, this scent is just really, really strong. Like this really, really had my allergies pretty bad. But if you like strong smelling deodorant, this is for you. But this is one of my favorite deodorants. Honestly, truly. It's either Secret, like Linen Fresh or Powder Fresh, or this Dove Cucumber spray on deodorant. I absolutely love it. I think I love this better than the solid version. It's just perfect. It sprays on so nicely. You can smell it throughout the day, and it lasts a really long time. And y'all, like I said before, I am a sweater. Like I'm a sweater. To the point, like, if I'm really anxious about something or it's really hot outside and I don't have no ventilation or something like that, like there's sweat like literally rolling down my arm. So this is really great. It does help with controlling my sweating, but it also keeps me fresh and smelling good all day. Like I love this stuff, and I get it from Lot for Less. If you got a Lot for Less near you, honey, uh, you got to go get you some Dove. I mean, you gonna obviously get this from other places, but I think this is a little bit cheaper at Lot for Less. So let me move on to fragrances. So this is, and I'm only going to show you guys one of my fragrances. I'll make another separate video on perfumes that I like, but this is my perfect everyday go-to perfume fragrance, right? So this is the Moschino Toy 2, and it has like a crisp, yeah, it's like a nice crisp apple. Next up, we have the Moschino Toy 2 perfume. This is so beautiful. It's a perfect everyday fragrance, especially for spring, summertime, even though honestly, I use this all year round. It has like a nice crisp, yes, a nice crisp apple scent. I'm picking up notes like a little bit of floral, vanilla, not super sweet. It is a very fresh fragrance, but baby, this smells so good. And this is my everyday go-to if I'm running errands, work, um, gym. This is a great gym fragrance. I feel like you could even probably wear this to like a quick brunch or something like that. It's not like a super formal kind of scent, but it's just very nice, clean, elegant, crisp, just fresh. Next up, we have the Moschino Toy 2 perfume. This is so beautiful. It's a perfect everyday fragrance, especially for spring, summertime, even though honestly, I use this all year round. It has like a nice crisp, yes, a nice crisp apple scent. I'm picking up notes like a little bit of floral, vanilla, not super sweet. It is a very fresh fragrance, but baby, this smells so good. And this is my everyday go-to if I'm running errands, work, um, gym. This is a great gym fragrance. Um, I feel like you could even probably wear this to like a quick brunch or something like that. It's not like a super formal kind of scent, but it's just very nice, clean, elegant, crisp, just fresh. And to like clothing, right? So I don't have my detergent out here right now, but a really high key point when looking for a detergent is making sure that they have the odor eliminator. Making sure that when you have really soiled clothing or clothing that just needs a little bit extra attention in the odor department, you are separating those items from the rest of your laundry. Hand washing, spot washing where you need to spot wash, like under the underarms, you know, like if you have your period, whatever like that, making sure that you're washing those garments and then throwing them back in with the regular laundry to do your laundry routine, right? So odor eliminator, that's really important. And then to freshen up your bedding, your furniture, your coats and jackets throughout the week, because we wash those things typically like once a week, once every 2 weeks or something like that, depending on, I don't know what you do, baby, that's not my business. But I love this, okay? This is the Tide antibacterial fabric spray. Great for spraying down your winter coats, because at the end of the day, you're outside, you are coming into contact with pollutants, you are sweating, sweat causes bacteria to grow. So you have to make sure that you are refreshing your jackets, your bedding throughout the week before you wash them, so you keep it fresh and get that bacteria out the way, child. Okay. This has a great scent too. You should make sure, of course, that your whatever you spray this on. I like smelling stuff, even though like fragrances kind of bother me, but a little whiff. But anyways, make sure that you are letting this fully dry before using the items that you spray this on. But this is perfect, 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 perfect. I absolutely love this product. It's actually pretty much empty because I use it so often just to refresh everything. This is also great if you're cooking, maybe because I love curry chicken with some rice and peas, I love fish. So just spraying down any fabric areas with this. So next up, we have some more internal things. So borax suppositories, I like to use these after I finish my period, just to like refreshen everything. Of course, consult your doctor before you use any of these things. If you do that, I mean, whatever. But this is great for that. It's also great for like yeast infections, BV. But of course you would use this, like they have instructions on the back, you would use it longer depending on like what the issue is. But I like to use this after my period just to refresh everything. You can actually use these while you're on your period too, but I don't. So next up we have Azo. This is the Complete Feminine Daily Probiotic, and I really like this stuff. It just helps keep everything in check. Good. We have good bacteria, we have bad bacteria, so that probiotic supports the good bacteria. But also consult your doctor because there is a condition, I think it's like cyclotic or something like that. Cyclotinosis or something like that, where actually you have too much good bacteria and it can cause similar symptoms to a yeast infection. So just making sure that you're taking this every day. If you have to go ahead, you're good, whatever. Let me move on to, and I do have my multivitamin here too, y'all. I mean, honestly, like, I don't really think this is gonna like help with body odor or anything like that. It's just regular multivitamin, but I think that it's really important to take your vitamins, making sure that you are keeping up on that stuff. I just feel like it's a part of like self-care routine and just, keep everything healthy. Next up, we have scalp care, because I don't know about y'all, but I have smelled some scalps before. So making sure that you're washing your hair at least once a week. I have naturally 4B, 4C hair, and I have a relaxer, so once a week is good enough for me. But during the week, I like to refresh my scalp by mixing tea tree oil. Oh, my nails look so bad. Lavender oil, or especially peppermint oil, into a carrier oil like grapeseed oil or jojoba oil. And then I also like to use this anti-dandruff leave-in. This also has salicylic acid in it. So like glycolic acid, I'm thinking it kind of like does the same thing with like helping with bacteria and stuff, right? Bacteria growth. So making sure that I am cleaning my scalp, because that is very important. A lot of people don't know this, but fungus can grow on your scalp. Bacteria, well, I'm sure people know that. But like bacteria, fungus, all of that stuff. And then, you know, you're sweating from the top of your head. If you do, like, there's an odor there. Sebum has an odor, so making sure that you are keeping your scalp healthy and clean and fresh. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe, share, like, all that beautiful stuff. And thank you for tuning in. All right, I'm out.